best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. Hi there, and if you're new to this channel, my name's Gabriel, and aside from loving analogies about trees, and I guess also loving trees, they're pretty awesome, you know, they help us live. The reason behind that saying is that many of us in life have projects, have goals, have habits, have things that we think we would love to do in an ideal world. But we make up excuses, we make up reasons why today is just not the day to get started. Maybe you had a bad day at work, maybe your favourite team are playing football that night. Whatever it is, you always come up with an excuse just to not start that thing. Now for me that thing was YouTube, and I made up excuse after excuse after excuse. Who wants to listen to me? What do I have to talk about? I don't even know how to edit. All of these questions and reasons and excuses popped up into my head every single time I came up with the idea again to start this channel. But then I came across this massive YouTuber. His name's Ali Abdaal. If you haven't heard of him, check him out. I'll leave his link in the description because you need to watch him. And he said, when it comes to starting YouTube, you need to just start. Your first 50 videos are gonna be, well, rubbish. No one's gonna watch them, and you just need to get over that hurdle, over that barrier to entry. And that advice could not have been more spot on. For me, starting was the best decision I ever made, and also, to be honest, one of the hardest. But as I said, once you cross that barrier, there's no looking back, and it's just straight ahead. So, what are you waiting for? In this video, what I'm actually gonna do is break down, I guess, some of the best things that I've learned from just getting started. And yet, a lot of these are going to be to do with YouTube because that's my experience when it comes to starting up something that I've wanted to for a while. But make sure that you use the same ideas for whatever it is that you want to get started on. Getting that six-pack, learning how to do 100 keepy uppies, you name it, get started, here's why. So the first thing is all about that barrier to resistance that you thought existed. I definitely was in the position where I saw it, that massive wall in front of me that I thought was impossible to climb. But turns out it's more like a balloon that you have a pin already in your hand for, and you can just pop it and all of a sudden you are set free. And I know that that was probably the weirdest analogy, but what I'm trying to say essentially is that yes, you will feel that initial resistance pulling back on you, but once you're on the other side, the amount of support, the amount of feedback, the amount of positive feedback that you're gonna get from starting wherever you're starting will surprise you beyond belief. Since starting this channel, I've had such nice feedback, people reaching out to me from school, from university, telling me such positive things, and I never thought that that would be the reaction to this channel, and I was actually quite scared as to what the reaction to this channel was gonna be. But turns out people are nice, and you'll be surprised once you get started. The second best thing about getting started was this idea of learning in public, which I took from a channel called Yath Prem. And in it, what he talks about is this idea that once you actually start to put things out there that you initially were keeping secret or you just weren't getting started on, the feedback that you get provided essentially will improve you at a rate that you could not have done until you started to go public with whatever you were doing. With this channel, people have given me feedback right from the start, things that I just would not have noticed, and it has improved my channel tenfold. The only way that I had access to this feedback was, as I said, just learning and doing things in public. And it accelerated this channel at 1,000 times the rate that I thought it could have, and it will have that same effect on whatever it is that you want to do. The third thing that I learned from just getting started was the power of failure. Again, this was something I was quite scared of. What if I produced a video and absolutely no one watched it? But I guess I just had to change the way that I thought a little bit. What wasn't important was that no one was watching it. But what was important was that I learned that's just not the content that I should be providing on this channel and that gains any kind of interest whatsoever. Once you have that shift in your mindset, realistically, nothing can stop you because you'll just see a failure, you'll be like, great, lesson learned, let's change direction. And that is such a powerful tool when it comes to starting whatever it is you want to get started. The final thing that I learned from just getting started is this idea that you have to be lucky to make it in life and that you need luck to be successful. But what I realise is that's just not true. Luck is actually something that you can manufacture to work in your favour. And of course you're probably thinking, you're crazy, what are you talking about? Luck is luck, there's nothing else to it, and you just have to strike gold, get that one viral video, hope and pray that one person sees it and shares it to the right crowd. But I don't believe that at all. Luck is, when it comes to this channel in particular, posting video after video after video after video, because hopefully one of them will do well, make this channel grow a little bit, and that is luck for me. It's the same idea as if someone was to go out into the street and say hello and have a conversation with every single person they walked past. And then eventually they started talking to one person who ended up becoming their business partner, and they made the most incredible business and they were successful beyond belief. Now you tell that story to the average person and what they're probably thinking is, how lucky was that guy to start talking to that one person who ended up changing his life? But the truth is, luck had nothing to do with it. That guy went out and every day spoke to person after person after person and essentially created his own luck. And that is essentially what I'm trying to get across when it comes to luck. Don't wait for that one thing to happen to you. Throw enough darts and you will eventually hit the target. And that analogy cannot be more true for this channel itself. So if you're at this stage of the video and you've basically just listened to me ramble on about a bunch of things that I've learned since getting started on YouTube, then thank you for watching to the end. I know that it was very orientated around this channel and around, I guess, specific things for YouTube, but I think that all four of those things couldn't apply more to any kind of project, goal, or habit you want in life. Just get started, stop delaying, and I promise you, in a month, in 2 months, in a year, you'll look back and be so happy that you started when you did and not a year later starting from scratch. If you did like this video and you want to support this channel, then drop it a like, leave a comment. The analytics absolutely love it when people get involved in a video, so that would be amazing and it's free to do. And most importantly, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like it in the future. Thanks for watching.